Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Institute Electrically Controlled Plasma Rifle mod, or ECPR for short, which is being made by user Dr. Temp Dragon. And what this glorious little piece of work is looking to add into the game is, well, a fun new Institute Plasma Rifle. And I quite like this thing, as I've always had kind of the same thought as the mod maker states on the mod page, that it's kind of strange the Institute, being this high-tech faction, only has one weapon. And it's just lasers. Why not plasma? They're all about the tech. They should enjoy it. And so now we do have a new plasma rifle to play around with. Though, to be honest, it kind of acts more like a shotgun, which we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But for now, let's jump on over here and have a look at what exactly we are getting with the Institute ECPR, which in its most basic and standard form will do 10 physical damage as well as 64 energy damage, using the typical plasma round with a firing rate of 20, range of 119, accuracy of 126 for a decently hefty weight of 12.1, but overall not too bad there at all. And as you can see, it is a pretty interesting looking weapon. Very much, of course, like I said before, looking like a shotgun with that same kind of handle there, and just the sort of wide body as if it is a double barrel, and of course using its animations for that too, but still of course being a plasma rifle instead. And yeah, just overall very cool, interesting, and unique look to it, and considering its Institute, I would say appropriately chunky. I never really cared about that part for the Institute weaponry, but I'd say this definitely fits the bill for the usual size of Institute stuff. And overall, a just pretty cool looking gun. Now, as for modifications, that is one sad part with this mod. There are not many things. We've only got 4 categories, and sadly, no different sights we can add to this thing. And what mods we do have in the 4 categories are somewhat limited, so this thing's never gonna become the most powerful and amazing thing ever, but at least you will be able to change up its damage and a few other things on it just to, you know, more fit your particular play style. But overall, though, it's still a very small list of modifications. Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these things, well, it's pretty simple. It's going to start showing up on, well, Institute. That's it. Well, once you start seeing Institute in the world with their laser rifles, they'll also be carrying these ECPRs. So it shouldn't take you too long to get your hands on one of these things. And when you do, we can, of course, head on over here to any weapon station and take a look at the mods we do have. Now, in the receiver category, we've got not the standard sort of list as we usually have. Instead, we have a standard receiver, a compressor receiver, which increases fire rate but shorter magazine capacity, and a cycler receiver, which decreases fire rate but increases magazine capacity. And then the barrel category, we've got a jerry-rigged barrel, a standard barrel, a compressor barrel, and a cycler barrel. And all of these will affect damage, the recoil of the weapon, the compressor barrel there really upping that damage quite a bit, though it can then be brought down by the focuser category. We'll skip the grip for now and go down here, where we either have a jerry-rigged focuser, which will be, you know, a shorter range projectile and lower damage, the single standard sort of projectile focuser here for the standard damage, and a double focuser, which, you know, focuses the beam and adds more, as you can see, a lot more, doubling the physical damage, but dramatically lowering the energy damage. But that, of course, can be sort of balanced out by the compressor barrel here, adding a lot more energy damage. So yeah, you kind of, you know, balance it out however you're wanting to there. And now back to the grip category, we've got a jerry-rigged grip, an Institute grip, a jerry-rigged stock, and also an Institute stock. I think probably my favorite of them, just because, I don't know, it has like a weird little box, and for some reason I like that. But these, of course, helping with recoil and aim so that you can have a bit more accuracy there. Always good. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the modifications we have available. I would have loved to have seen some scopes in here of some variety, because to be honest with you, well, you aim down sight with this thing with that little nub up there. Actually, it's far longer than a nub now, isn't it? It's more of a tiny little rail. And even though it works, I would much prefer to have, like, at least some sort of hollow sight or something on this thing, but sadly we do not get that. So yes, not a whole lot of modifications there available, but enough to, you know, like I said, change it up to a bit more of your playstyle. So let me grab my 2 that I have, and let's show how these things work in use. And as you can see there, the rail at the top being our aiming point. And yeah, let's take some shots. Now, as you probably saw there, even aiming down sight, this thing is not the most accurate thing in the world. I'd say even with the range increases with some of the different modifications there, I'd say this thing's still a pretty close range weapon. Because yeah, it's definitely not the most accurate thing, but in close range with the damage, it'll still be pretty good. Quite a lot of kick though, and there we go with the reload using that shotgun reload animation there. Yeah, quite a bit of kick on the thing, but because of its slow fire rate, you can come back down quite nicely and quickly, so easily controllable, even if a bit off with the aim. Now, of course, we can then modify it to some other things here, and we'll try the... which one's which? I'm now forgetting. We'll try the jerry-rigged one first, and then go to this one, because I believe, if I'm remembering right, this one does a beam instead of a bolt of plasma. Well, we'll see here in a moment if I'm correct or not on that assumption. I'm forgetting which one's which at the moment, even though I was literally just testing this. Now, on the jury-rigged one, you can see that we lose that rail up top, and instead we have that little bit of, well, support for that cable, I guess, being our aiming point down sight. And we can, of course, fire. Still firing, yes, good. The plasma bolt, just like with the standard ones. Yes, the other one is the one that changes to a plasma beam. Well, there we go. A lovely jury-rigged version, which, of course, I do like the look of, considering you guys know me with my aesthetic for guns. I like having that wooden stock back there. And then, yes, we have the focused hair trigger one, which, if I'm remembering correctly, because of the compressor barrel, it should have a beam. Kind of hard to see because of the kick on this thing, but yeah, there we go. You can see the beam trailing on the bottom when we're kicking it up like that. Definitely a bit hard to see in first person. Let's see if it's a little bit more visible in third person here. Oh yeah, much more visible. There we are. It's like a strange little green strike of lightning, and I kind of like that. Still pretty inaccurate compared to the bolt, but an interesting effect. And with it, of course, you know, you're getting that more energy damage, which is great. And even though I did go with like the double focuser on this one too, thanks to that compressor barrel, we're still getting decent energy damage, but you know, the 20 physical. So yeah, nice little weapon there. I do enjoy it. A few oddities, like again, I wish we had some scopes rather than this just little rail. But I do like the effects. I like the idea of sort of a plasma shotgun almost. I wish it did have some sort of barrel that did a plasma shotgun blast, considering the thing feels like it should. It feels like the double barrel shotgun in the game, between the animation and just the kick and how this thing operates. So I wish it did have something like that. And who knows, maybe we'll get something akin to that in the future, but for now, we have what we have. And overall, I think it's a nice little addition to the Institute. So let's see how it works against an enemy, which, boy, I don't know how it's going to go against the Deathclaw, but let's find out. And belly shots. There we go. Yeah, not the most amount of damage there, but not too shabby either, frankly. Thanks to both the energy and the physical damage on that one. Let's go back just to the standard one. I mean, definitely not a lot of damage there. What are those things gonna do? Oh, God, run. And let's see if we can get on some shots on his belly. Nope, sadly. All right, wait for him to get off the stairs. Please get off the stairs, sir. He's kind of glitched in now, isn't he? All right, we'll go for the head. Ooh, 50%. Well, we actually did get him, but not doing a lot of damage with that standard. But hey, that makes sense. That makes sense. And he has the electrified boosted one with the 44 damage. Not the greatest. But then again, you know, still not too bad. Not too bad. And I do love the sort of plasma effect after it hits. Didn't really mention that before, but a cool little thing. But yeah, let's go back to the one that actually does the most damage here. There we go. And see if we can finish off this Deathclaw. Oh, God, no, I won't. He's gonna kill me. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't quite close enough yet. Deathclaw, please come back. I can you wait for him to get a little closer before cheesing. There we go. And only 58 on the belly there. Whoop, 83. Got it. Oh, nice, nice, nice. That actually did some good damage on his belly there. Maybe with a good critical, we might be able to end it in one shot. Let's do it. Come back, Deathclaw. I need to hopefully kill you in one shot. Oh, jeez. Okay, okay. Where's the belly? Where's the belly? I need not the body. I need the belly. I'm about to die. Okay, okay, you're getting a headshot. And critical. There we go. That worked. I was really hoping for the belly, but oh well. He did not murder us. I'm okay with that. Take that, Deathclaw. But yes, this Institute ECPR is a pretty fun little gun that I have enjoyed my time with. Like I said, few oddities. This is also, I believe if I'm remembering right, on the mod page, it said the mod maker's first mod. So for a first go, I'd say pretty darn good. And probably why we don't have things like the different scopes on there. Hopefully, like I said, those will get added in the future as the mod maker gets a bit more experience with this. And overall, it's, I think, a cool concept. Again, why doesn't the Institute have more guns and more technological weapons? Seems like they should. And so having this new plasma rifle, I think, is a neat little thing getting added in. That's just enjoyable. So if you'd like to have a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you have a look at the link in the description of the video as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you do come back for whatever it is that we look at next. But until that time, thank you for watching as always. Well, have a good one.